Hello, everybody. E here. Welcome back to From the Desk. Today we are talking about negative reviews and how to cope with them. I'm not going to be repeating myself, so I want to get this out there right now. Reviews are not for authors, not even if you request them. The reviews are for other readers. I'm not going to say that again. But I need you to get that stuck in your head. They're not for you. So this isn't going to be an episode where we sit around and bitch about people. If you came over here expecting to have some solidarity with somebody else who doesn't like negative reviews of their own work, then you're in the wrong place, because I appreciate every review I get. I don't care if it's something that's simple like "y'all book sucks." At least you read it. Whatever. You didn't like it? Okay, moving along. To long critical analyses. I don't know. Anyways, and or rage reviews. I love a good rage review. The funnier the better, the more sarcastic and snarky the better. I love those. So if you ever, my only request, if you ever negatively review my book, please make it a rage review so I can laugh at it. Anywho, so we're gonna jump right into it. The difference between bad reviews and negative reviews. The first thing you need to do is get it in your head that negative reviews are not bad reviews. Those two things are not the same thing. A bad review would be something that offers the reader of the review no information whatsoever. Something like, "this book sucks." That it's fine. I mean, that person knows what they're talking about when they say that the book sucks. But that is a badly written review, and if you want to call that a bad review, that's fine. But as far as a negative review, it is not necessarily bad. I've gotten some negative reviews that I have just been in awe of. Some things that were pointed out that I never would have thought. And yes, I do. I read all of my reviews. I do not respond. Which brings me to not even to the good ones, which brings me to my next point. Don't respond to reviews, good or bad or otherwise. I used to like reviews on Goodreads until I had one person get upset because they thought I was being, I guess, passive aggressive by liking. I doubt that person will ever watch this video, but I honestly like the fact that people write reviews of my work. It's very nice of them to take time out of their day, even if it is a negative review, because they're letting other people know that might think like them, whether or not they would like the book. On top of that, there are a lot of people, myself included, who will read a negative review and go, "Hey, that doesn't sound too bad. That sounds like something that I'd be interested in," because opinions are subjective. With what I like, somebody else might hate, and what somebody else likes, I might hate. I don't know. We just go through the reviews. So I do read all of my reviews, but I read my reviews to react kind of in hindsight. I will not go and change a piece of work because of a negative review, but I will learn from that as I move forward. That's one thing about this craft, this writing craft, or any art craft whatsoever. You need to grow, you need to progress. Don't get stuck on the old stuff, just move on. Now, the one, I guess, caveat to this would be if you request a review from somebody, if you approach them and like, "Hey, here's a copy of my book, will you read it?" And they give you a negative review, thank them. Thank them for taking their time, effort, but don't go on there and go, "Oh, but you're wrong because rah, 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 rah," 'cause you just sound like an asshole. And that's the honest truth. There's no good that will come of you saying to someone, I don't feel that you are right about my book. I mean, of course you like the book. You wrote the book. That goes without saying. Which brings me to the next point. The best way to either prepare or get over a negative review of your book is to negatively review the book yourself. You go into it critically. If you guys can hear this dog barking next door, I apologize, but of course, can't do anything about it. You may not even be able to hear it. I don't know. But anyways, to sit down with your book and go over it, and you should have done this to begin with. But if somebody points out, "Hey, this is wrong with your book," or "this is something I didn't like," then go back and look at it yourself. Write a review of your own book and see if that helps. I know it helps some people. I used to do it, but I don't do it anymore because now I finally realized to a point, if there's something wrong with it, I should have fixed it back then. And again, you need to move on. So the next thing is, if you are really stuck and angry and upset that you put all this time and effort into this book and somebody did not like it, I have one special task for you. I want you to go out and find your favorite book online, whether it be Goodreads, Amazon, Barnes, wherever you can find reviews for that book. Especially Amazon and Goodreads, because we all know that's where the majority of the reviews are. Especially Goodreads. Go over there, find your favorite book. Mine is Stephen King's It. Find your favorite book, go down to the filter, and only look at the 1-star reviews. Okay? I want you to read each and every one of those reviews. This is your favorite book. Now I want you to pay attention to all these people, and you probably think they're wrong. Of course you will, because it's your favorite book. But I want you to pay attention to all these people that have negatively reviewed that book. And I want you to realize that it happens to the best of us. That book that you love and cherish so much gets negative reviews. There are people who do not like something that you love. The same thing goes for the exact opposite. If you ever find something that is hugely popular and you do not like it, that's another way to cope with it. It's like, okay, well, everybody thinks this book is just God's gift, but I think it's horrible. You have to give yourself some perspective on the other side. That's how you grow. That's how you learn. You have to realize that other people's opinions, unless they specifically say so, unless they specifically say you're an idiot or whatever it might be, reviews are not personal attacks unless otherwise stated. I have this on Twitter. It is my own personal motto. Reviews are not attacks unless otherwise stated. Finally, on how to deal or cope or whatever with negative reviews, find a friend to bitch to. I have one friend that, when someone says when I think someone treats me unfairly in a review, and it does hurt my feelings. It happens rarely. It does happen. I'm not going to say I'm not perfect. I do read the occasional review and it's like, what the hell? What were you reading? That kind of thing. Take some time, go over and talk to a close friend who you trust and who you know is not going to turn around and tell everybody and their mama that you're over here bitching about reviews. Probably another author or another creative person, like, I can't believe, and it has nothing to do with soothing, well, it does have everything to do with soothing your ego, but it has nothing to do with bolstering your ego. That has very little to do with, that friend should not be, oh yeah, that person's an idiot. No. The only reason they're there for you is so you can vent. And of course, be that person for that person as well, when they need to vent. So, I think I covered everything I wanted to. If you have any questions about negative reviews or reviews in general, leave them down the doobly-doo and I'll get to them on an individual basis. If you, like I said, any questions whatsoever, I try to answer or respond to everybody who comments. And until next time, I have been E, you've been you. This has been From the Desk. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye!